Mainly, giving advice to anyone who's thinking about medical school or Hi, I'm Brian, and I'm in my third year of uni at UNSW. So I'm currently in a week-long break from uni, but I have my neurology term starting in a few days, and I want to do some pre-reading so I don't get absolutely fucked. But first I need some coffee. Okay, so I've written down all the stuff that I need to do today, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch the lectures and note down all the stuff that the lecturer said that wasn't on the slides. And at the same time, I'll be pausing and searching every single word or concept that I've never seen before or I don't fully understand yet. And then I'll explain it to myself internally to make sure that I actually understand it. I can do an exact breakdown of how I study in another video, so leave a comment if you want to see that. Okay, so that took way too long because honestly the slides were so ad. Now I'm just gonna consolidate everything into one or two pages on my iPad, so it's easier for revision next time. Okay, so it's freezing. I just want to say, if you're still here, thanks for clicking on this video, and it's the first time I'm making something like this, so I appreciate it if you give me some feedback in the comments. So I just had some dinner and I took a shower, but I guess I just wanted to talk about medical school and my experience in the last 3 years. Mainly giving advice to anyone who's thinking about medical school or has already gotten in. Congrats if you did. I guess the most important thing is just managing your expectations. In all honesty, I think it's really not that different from a lot of other uni courses. You're gonna make friends with probably people in the same course or like-minded people. You're still going to be cramming for exams. You're still going to be ranting about how hard some assignment is or some lecture was or how shitty some professors are. Yeah, so I guess the main thing that you'll probably have to come to terms with is seeing, I guess, your high school friends graduating way earlier and getting jobs, starting families, and you're probably still going to be in like third, fourth, fifth year. And so I guess if you're okay with that, then I really don't think it's too different from any other uni course. Now, for those of you who are worried about the workload being too tough, or if you're afraid you're not going to be able to cope, I think as long as you lock in a bit before the exams, you don't completely neglect all your lectures, I really think you're going to be fine. If you made it into medical school, you'll definitely be able to graduate. And I guess the stereotype that everyone has about medical students is that they have no social life, they're studying 24/7. But I think that couldn't be further from the truth. And at least me personally and most of my friends, we're not just in our room studying 24/7. As long as you find some interest in medicine, even better if you actually have a reason for why you want to join medicine, then that's probably the best. I did not have a noble reason for joining medicine. I just thought it would be interesting, and both my parents were in medicine, so I guess that sort of pushed me, into going to medical school. But you don't really need to have sort of a noble reason for being a doctor. So I guess my advice to anyone who is thinking about going in is just got to be prepared to be studying for the next decade of your life. And yeah, I think you're gonna have a good time. Yeah, I think you just need to learn to enjoy the process, and I think you'll be fine. So yeah, that's probably it for me today. I'm probably gonna go ahead and edit this video and chill and watch the movies. Let me know what else you want to see. If you have any questions, just leave them below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.